Okay, well, welcome everybody. This is our Gather, Give, and Grow event. If you're on this call, you're a friend of somebody that we get to work with, which we just love. We kind of call this the unopportunity, and we'll explain that to you tonight. But we're thrilled you're here. I'm betting there's a lot of busy women on this call, busy moms. I just finished off at a soccer field. I will tell you, I feel like we're going a mile a minute, and that's what I love about this business is you can take it on the go. So we're so grateful for your time. We want to be sure that you get some really great information to hear what we're up to tonight, and we're just so thankful for your time. So, what do we believe? We believe that less is more. We're often sold to and talked to a lot about what we should be doing, and we believe we're in community that talk about health and gratitude, be a part of something that really gives us fulfillment, but also smart strategy and how to have a business, supporting one another, and really focusing on what true wellness is. We love to give, and you're going to see a lot of that. Also, you can be successful through simplicity and having a really meaningful purpose. Our team means a lot to us. We're like family. We love our community, and we love having the peacefulness that this gives our families. A little bit about me. I'm so grateful to be here with you and just get to share what we're so excited about. You just heard me. I just came from a soccer field. My daughter Presley is a junior and she was just playing soccer tonight. They won. Yes, that's good. My son is on a plane to a golf tournament, and I've got a little girl out in the kitchen who plays volleyball. So I'm a very busy mom of athletes, which I love. I have been in this business, gosh, you guys, for almost 17 years. I fell in love with direct sales so long ago when my kids were they were young. They were two under two at that time. And before that, I was in the stock market. Actually, I love that too, because I love learning about markets and how trading happens and taking care of people's financial well-being. And I think I've just always been an entrepreneur at heart. And this came into my life. My mom had shared a previous business with me in a skincare company. And I didn't know about anything about direct sales and I didn't know anything about skincare, but I knew something about turnkey franchises. And I love the opportunity and the idea of helping women having businesses that they could take anywhere they wanted to go and do it on their own terms. And they got to be the boss and they got to decide how big or small they wanted to build it, what it would look like. And I loved it. And I still love it more than ever. Many of you might know that I'm going to go back for 1 second. A lot of us had a shift in our recent company about a year and a half ago, which was actually the further we get away from it, it's such a blessing. One of the things we're going to share with you in a minute about Shackley that why we picked it. When our previous company changed the way they were doing business, we had every single option in this channel to choose from, and we unanimously picked Shackley because of its incredible background, which I'm going to share in a minute. But I want you to hear from me from my stockbroker brain and the opportunity that we had to build something so significant before this. We are absolutely in the right place because we are at Shackley. And so there is so much on this slide. I don't expect you to read it all, but I think it's really important when we live in this day and age where there's a lot of false claims or super great marketing or people know how to make the coolest reels. It's important to know history and heritage of a company. And this is why we picked Shackley. We are having our 70-year-old birthday this year. Dr. Shackley created the multivitamin. We were the first company to create a plant-based protein. And you can see some other really exciting things here, but we are wellness. We were doing wellness way before it was cool, way before it was trending on Instagram or whatever else. The heart of our company is to truly have four pillars of wellness, which is physical, emotional, financial, environmental. So you're going to see some wonderful Shackley consultants. We actually call ourselves ambassadors, have been around for 40, 50, 60 years that couldn't be more proud to be a part of Shackley and more welcoming to all of us that come from different companies or even channels or industries getting to do this together. One of the reasons we picked Shackley, you guys, not only because of the $500 million in research and development, meaning when we actually bring something to market, it works, it's true, we have all the science to prove it. They mean what they say. We're out to change this industry and this channel through science. But more than that, what I love and the reason I really picked it is Roger Barnett, our CEO and owner of Shackley. He owns it debt free. There is no private equity. This is his passion. He is also the head of the Worldwide Direct Selling Federation, which for me is a big gold stamp on we are here to stay. And it just allows entrepreneurs to continue, which I'm so, so excited about. So you have this stability, you have this iconic history and just endless research and development, but you also have this feel of a startup. There's a bunch of us that have come from different companies and different walks of life, giving it this fresh take. And I am so fired up tonight to get to share with you some of my dear friends and top leaders who are going to share what they're excited about, what Shaklee's done for them, and their favorite products. But before we do that, I just want to hit on a couple things that we won't cover tonight. Our skincare is phenomenal. EWG verified. We go above and beyond. It is clean. I've learned so much. You know what that saying is like, as you know more, you do better. Like what we put on our skin, what we put in our body, which we're going to talk about tonight, it matters, right? So we've removed 2,500 of the most harmful ingredients from all of our products. Again, EWG verified. And we just go through endless screening to make sure the best product is going to be used by you and your family. We are going to showcase a few of our hero products tonight, but I'm not going to take that away from my girlfriends because they're going to share that with all of you. But before I do, I want to talk about something that is just so current for so many of us. I think ever since COVID, especially, we just see this epidemic of loneliness, right? And and even in an Instagram influencer world, I think that's happening more and more. Definitely not dismissing the importance of that at times, but this idea of like we love to be in community with each other and be a team, especially women. Like check out some of this survey here is that according to Cigna survey, 3 in 5 Americans, which is 61%, classify themselves as lonely. And then you'll see 26 to 30% of people when they look at their mortality, it's affecting their mortality because they're feeling by themselves. And so I think more than ever, and I've always used this phrase that this business is really about teamwork at its finest, but more than ever, it's a time and opportunity to grow in community through health and wellness, helping each other achieve something beautiful together. Whether that's your just own holistic nutrition, protein, collagen, some really exciting things we're going to chat about tonight, or something bigger in business. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to invite you to learn more. But one of the things that's really just great about our team is we're passionate about creating our own blue zone. Has anyone ever heard of that term? This giving wellness community. It's our where our heart is at. Just talking about exceptional wellness, your true longevity. It's not like we want to live to 100 and be sick. We want to be living to 100 and thrive and do all the things we've always wanted to do and be medicine free if we can. So it's all about really just living in that simplicity and gratitude and love and peace. And so we're really doing that. Here's a picture of some of our just dear friends on this team. We're growing. This is a picture from last conference. A lot of it's old friendships, new friendships, cross passing, just a beautiful journey of all of our wellness, journeys crossing together. And so we're building something beautiful. So if you're invited here tonight, we're so glad you're here because you mean a lot to us and we want to share what we've been so excited about and what we've been up to. So first off, I cannot wait to invite my friend Gabby to talk to you guys today about what she loves about Shaklee and one of her favorite products, which happens to be our newest innovation. So Gabby, off to you.
Thanks, Jamie. Okay, hi everyone. As Jamie said, my name's Gabby. I'm married to my sweet husband, Adam, boy mom to my 16-year-old Jet and my 11-year-old Jax, who both boys keep me super busy with all of their sports and activities. My full-time job is actually as an elementary educator. I'm in my 19th year of education, and working in the health and wellness space has really been like a side gig for me, but something that I'm so incredibly passionate about for the last 15 years. So prior to joining Shaklee, I was with a fitness company, and when they unexpectedly closed their doors, I wasn't really sure that I wanted to start all over again. And then my sweet friend Mel had introduced me to Shaklee, and the more I started to learn, I really couldn't ignore it. The science, the products, the incredible community, it all just felt different here. So I took a leap of faith, and it truly has been one of the best decisions. And so one of the products that I fell in love with was Liquid BioCell. And this one was really personal for me because I actually blew out my knee training for a half marathon and was told the likelihood of me being able to ever run again was very slim because it was going to be so hard on my body and my joints. So after taking Liquid BioCell, I had a little to no knee pain, and I was able to get back to running because my joints and connective tissue were really being supported with a patented complex of collagen and hyaluronic acid and chondroitin and 13 superfoods and resveratrol, which is like super important for inflammation. So not only was I starting to feel better and how I was able to move, I was also able to see that support in my overall vitality. And one of the stats that really blew my mind was that after just 28 days of taking this, that your body's hyaluronic acid levels would increase by over 6,000%. So when I heard there was they were coming out with a new liquid collagen, I literally thought to myself, like, how can it get any better than this? And that is where our Liquid BioCell Life Plus comes in. And you guys, it just isn't like another collagen. It's really like next evolution. Collagen is the most abundant protein in our body. And by your mid 20s, you begin to lose 1% of collagen per year. And by 50, you can lose up to 30%. So as we age, so does our collagen. And three things really begin to happen. It breaks down faster, your body produces less of it, and the quality isn't as strong as it once used to be. So Life Plus is the first of its kind to address all three of these things. And most other collagens on the market simply look to replace collagen. It's also bio-optimized, so it's been clinically studied to actually absorb. So that means that your body isn't just taking it in, but it's actually using it. So instead of just focusing like on the beauty aspects, the hair, skin, and nails, which is great, Life Plus really is about whole body structural support. So you're getting your joint mobility, the bone strength, cartilage, and connective tissue, wrinkle reduction, in addition to the hair, skin, and nails. And what really sets this apart is this patent pending triplex technology. So it's going to help you to protect the collagen that you already have, stimulate new collagen production, and build stronger, more youthful collagen. So you're really supporting your body at the source. And just like, anything else that's working at that deeper level, consistency does matter. So you'll start to notice benefits early on, but it's really that 90 days is like that sweet spot where you're really going to see full impact. So if you've tried collagen before and you didn't notice a difference, or you've been thinking about wanting to try it, I'm telling you, this is it. It is completely different from anything else that is out there, because we're not just, taking more. It's about taking something that your body can actually use. And when we're supporting our body at the source, everything else starts to follow. So that is why I love the Liquid BioCell Life Plus, and I'm so excited for all of you to try it as well.
It's amazing. So, Gabby, while we're talking about it, how many times a day do you take it?
Yes. So you're going to take it twice a day. So we recommend, having 2 bottles of it, because you're going to take 1 tablespoon in the morning and then take another tablespoon in the evening.
Amazing. I was actually on a call today learning from somebody that's been taking it for 9 years. And she works at a med spa, and she said that she's never done Botox or filler, that she looks the way she did. And I wish I had a picture of her. She's 55 and she's been taking this ever since. And she's like, it's drinking skincare because it's that good for your collagen production, like you said, of the hyaluronic acid. So it's like everyone needs it immediately. Good job, Gabby. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, next up, Olia, we cannot wait to hear from you. Tell us about your journey and your favorite products.
Well, thank you so much. I don't know if I can follow that, Gabby. This was awesome. Actually, speaking about BioCell, I walk with my neighbor on a regular basis, and she recently asked me if I was like 15 years younger than I actually am. So it was an incredible testimonial to almost, 9 months, I think, of taking Liquid BioCell, and I'm so excited for the new version. So, to introduce myself really quickly, my name is Olia, and I live in the Washington, D.C. area. I'm a single mom to a high school senior, which is crazy. Um, and I've actually been introduced to Shaklee completely sort of unexpectedly when similarly, my former company changed the business model, and I was not planning on doing anything else in that channel. However, I've been actually organizing wellness events with my colleague Jen, and I'm so glad that she told me that she was considering Shaklee, because I've actually done a lot of research on supplements over the years. I had my own nutraceutical startup years ago. My goal with that was to initially, we helped our mom with her cholesterol and without having to take statin drugs. And I wanted to bring that to everyone, because when I was working as a government contractor, I talked with a lot of people who were in their 50s and 60s, and literally 80% of them were probably on statin drugs, and everybody was complaining about them. And so that's kind of like how I was introduced to the world of nutraceuticals, and I wanted to share it with the world, because I don't believe in relying on the big pharma for our health. So, so if you're anything like me, Shaklee was something that, after years of research since then of, various companies, and I've been approached by many, many other wellness companies. Nothing has really impressed me until Shaklee, and I've seen the actual clinical studies that it has, the people that are in their 70s and 80s that are on no medication whatsoever, that are active, that are, incredibly just vibrant. And I'm like, when I when I grow up, that's who I want to be. And
Mhm.
so I'm gonna just share briefly on when Jamie asked me about like my couple of favorite products. I'm like, I don't think I can limit myself to that, but I have to, unfortunately. So um, I decided to share Meology and Vitalizer. So Meology is something that, if you're taking multiple supplements right now from multiple companies, which if you're anything like me, that's what I was doing before I discovered Meology. What you can do is you can literally take a 2-minute quiz, upload your blood work and your DNA if you want, share your family history, share about your kind of daily routine, exercise, diet, and it'll literally spit out a fully customized protocol for you, which is incredible. And it has your name on it. I have it right here. So, and it comes with a brochure, which tells you exactly why they recommended each of the supplements. And, it takes all the guesswork out of it. And it's like I said, you don't have to, you actually can also take it with you if you're traveling. And that is an incredible thing, not to have like 20 different bottles to rely on. And then the Vitalizer is actually the um, product that is a little bit less customized, but it's based on um, the most comprehensive nutrition that exists, and that's actually where the landmark studies come in, which Shaklee is very well known for, where they took people that have been taking the supplements, Shaklee supplements, between 5 and 50 years, and the ages of between 20 and 80. And they, tracked them over that period of time, and they saw incredible results. Their biomarkers were much better than the average people. They had multiple groups. They had a group, the Shaklee group. Then they had a group that took zero supplements. They took a group that took one multivitamin. Then they had another group that took two vitamins, and then they had the other group, the last group took multiple vitamins from other brands. And the biomarkers were just incredible. They, on average, they had about 10 to 20 year, um, they looked between 10 to 20 years younger. And you see some of the, some of the data here. And up to 97%, that's one of the biggest things is that up to they had up to 97% lower use of prescription medication, which again for 80-year-olds, that is what 80-year-old do we know just out in the world who is not on at least 10 different medications. So I definitely want to be a part of this group, when I'm 80 and beyond.
I agree. Olia, thank you so much. That was so wonderful. And isn't it the truth? I think we live in this time where everyone thinks they have to take a million medications and we don't. And Shakli's proved that. So it's so fun for us to be able to share their decades of research and just complete science backing that we actually work. And that way we're so much more excited to share it with our friends and family because we only want them to feel great. So, Olia, thank you so much for being with us. Next up from across the world in Australia, Pip, off to you, my friend.
Thank you. And yes, my accent will give it away. So we're very excited in Australia because Shaklee has only been here for 16 months. So we don't have that long-term history that the people in the US have had. But it's a great segue from what Olia said, that when she grows up, she wants to be on no medication. Well, I am funny more grown up than Olia, so I know how important it is as I'm pushing up towards that more mature years. So I am 61 and I have 5 children, and they're all adults now. I have 2 grandchildren, and I live on a farm in Western Australia. So I'm probably the furthest away than anyone else. So I would like to talk about two of my favorite products that tie in with everything that I believe and see, because my background is in health. I've worked in all areas of health for over 40 years. Maternal health, I was a midwife for 30 years. I've worked in the emergency department, and I am just winding down now because my business with Shaklee is growing, because I can really give value to people that are just so confused by all the choices out there and they just don't know. So for me, working in the health industry, I live in a small country town. I know everyone. There's 1,000 people that live here, and I know all of them just about. So I did not want to be linked to products that I wasn't sure about, that I had science-backed research I could understand, and also offer them a guarantee. So because I look after these people, I still currently work in the emergency department, and so just like a couple of days a week. But what I see is what Olia was talking about, people that are coming in. And I tell you what, the medication lists that I'm prescribing, what are you on? So many people go, oh, a white pill for something, oh, I don't know. It's really scary. And we know that the more medications that you use, which is called polypharmacy, increases your risk of death and all kinds of complications. So that is all our aim, is to live well and not get to 100 and spend 10 years in a nursing home, because you do not want to do that. You want to live well without disease, and prevention is everything, much better than the cure. So my two products that I'm going to talk about, the first one is Vivix. So this comes from the muscadine grape, which is grown in the southeast of the US. It's got the highest amount of polyphenols that you can find. Polyphenols are nature's way of fighting off disease, basically. So fruits and veggies are under attack all the time for environmental stresses, and that's their way of fighting off and surviving. So Shaklee has found this muscadine grape, highest level of resveratrol, and put it into, we have the elixir here in Australia. I know in the US you have other formulas, gummies and things like that. So 1 teaspoon a day. Now, this helps reduce the stress at a cellular level. So when your body's doing all its things, you have byproducts, okay, and they can damage your DNA. So this like mops all that up. And that's why we're told to eat, fruit and veggies as well. But this is giving this super, super boost, cleaning up all the damage. And I love evidence. I mean, people in science, we need evidence to believe that. So my husband's been taking this for 4 months. He's been taking it for longer, but 4 months ago, he had his blood levels done, cholesterol. It was 8, which is very high. And so we got them done after 4 months, and he'd got it down to 6.7, which is without statins. And I know that we've got a little way to go, but there is no doubt that it's due to this because he didn't change anything else. So Vivix is for everybody, but particularly if you have any current illnesses, diseases, autoimmune things. I'm talking about high cholesterol, heart disease, diabetes, osteoporosis, all that kind of stuff. Vivix is an amazing product. Comes in a month's supply, and you keep it in your fridge once it's open. The other product that is my absolute favorite is the Shaklee Life Shake. So we have the soy here in Australia, and hopefully our plant is coming in. In the US, you have a lot more flavors and different formulations, but this is our big bag of a month's supply. So it's really economical. It has everything you need in there for wellness, or whether weight management is a goal that you're working towards. And not all protein powders are the same. Sometimes you really need to compare. If you're using something else, you need to compare apples with apples, because this has got everything in it that you need. It's a complete meal if you want it to be a meal. If you want it to be if you're getting really hungry at 4 p.m, instead of going for maybe the chips and the things like that, you can have just like 1 scoop. A serve is 2 scoops for a meal, but it has 20 grams of protein, 20 for vitamins and minerals. It's gluten-free, vegan, all the things that we are looking for, non-GMO, and it has got a magic ingredient in it called leucine. Now, leucine is an amino acid that builds lean muscle. Lean muscle is everything. We know that muscle is the organ of longevity, meaning if you don't have strong muscles when you're older, it's likely to end your life, because most people die from falls. They get to their 80s, 90s, they've survived all the heart and the cancer. It's the falls because their muscles can't keep them up. So it is great for your body composition. If you're into measuring that, then I have another friend who's very much into that. She did her body composition with that, measures how much fat you've got versus muscle. She used the Life Shake every day for 3 months, went back, measured it. Her percentage of the visceral fat that we keep around our bellies reduced, and her lean muscle improved. So it is great for everything. And the best thing I find is that after having a family of 7, thank goodness they've all left home. That's all I can say. There is an end to it. There is an end. But every day I have this for lunch, because I am over cooking and thinking, what am I going to eat today? And I just think that is the best thing. 1 meal, I do not have to think about that. So that is my top tip.
Oh my gosh, Pip, you're amazing. No wonder you're always on our top leaderboard. We cannot say enough about Life Shake, and of course Vivix for inflammation. So thank you for sharing tonight. That was absolutely incredible. One follow-up to what Pip said when she talked about Life Shake and leucine, that amino acid that burns fat and builds muscle. You guys take a look at this study we did, this Westcott study. For 6 months, you take 2 shakes and you commit to working out 40 minutes twice a week. Check this out. Total loss of 14 pounds of fat But the leucine builds muscles, so they actually gain 3.7 of muscle. So the body composition actually changed, and it was a net loss of 10.4 pounds. Nobody knows what each other weighs, right? We don't know what size of gene you have. We don't know what the scale says, but we do know when body composition changes. And so that is one of the reasons I love LifeShake so very much. And of course, in all things Shaklee does, we have the science to prove it. One extra thing we're going to add in really quick, and we're going to wrap this up because we don't want to go too long. We just launched in January Creatine Plus. I was convinced before this that creatine made you gain weight, which is really a silly concept, actually. Creatine's amazing for you. It transfers energy to your muscles. It is so good for recovery, and we've done such a fantastic job with this formulation. But more than anything, especially for me, and I'm 48 years old, it has helped me so much in my like lull around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I feel such focus. And so we are all in love with Creatine Plus. If you're looking for something like that to actually add some fuel to your day, highly recommend it because it's just taking your wellness journey up a notch. And so let's wrap this up for you tonight. We're so grateful you're here. How do you get involved? Well, there's a few ways. So, like the first thing I would just say is identify where's your passion at. Are you as passionate about wellness as we are? We all came from different walks of life, and we have found this beautiful home and truly wanting to be the best version of ourselves. And so if you're fired up about having the best protein, having the best collagen on earth, taking care of that inflammation, having holistic nutrition through our Vitalizer or whatever your favorite option might be, we would love for you to become a member of ours. We want to take good care of you. We want your markers to change. We want you to feel great. We want to do some clean swaps for you where we can take a look at what you're using in your house and how we can get you some cleaner options. Maybe you love the community too, and you're like, well, I want to be part of the fun. Like, I want to enjoy what you guys are doing. Maybe you would be willing to host an event for us or the person that invited you. We do so much with athlete nutrition for our kids. We do pop-ups, we do wellness events. We love sharing what we're so passionate about. And so maybe that's something you'd be interested in doing a favor for the person that brought you on here today to kind of learn what we were up to. Or maybe you're like, hey, I'm all about supporting my girlfriend, but I want to be part of this too. I would love to have 5 friends that I share this with. I would love to make enough money to pay for my own products. That's when we would talk about becoming an ambassador, becoming a part of our Giving Wellness community and our team. We love giving to each other. We love pouring into each other and strategizing. And truly, I think we live in a day and age where extra streams of financial income is brilliant. And so we really want you to do well. So if you're looking for something different and like, you know what, maybe I want more options in the future, I would love an extra stream of income. I know a ton of people that are focused on being fit and living healthy and well. I would love to be a part of it. Make sure you circle back with the person that invited you because we would love to have you. One thing I want to finish on tonight is that we just launched this on April 1st with our new Life Plus Collagen. This BioAge Reset Stack is everything we've been waiting for the last 20 months since we picked Shaklee. It is so brilliant. We are so excited about it. It's an amazing way to start as a member, so you're a customer of the person that invited you. And it's also a great way to start as a business partner as well. So we have the Life Plus that Gabby talked about. Nothing like it on the market. Everyone needs it. Man, woman, everyone, it's phenomenal. Period, end of story. Now we're talking about bone density in addition to everything else collagen does. It's amazing. I live and swear by LifeShake. It changed my family's life. I love it so much. Vivix is the most incredible thing you can consume for inflammation in your body, and literally, again, speaks to that skincare on the inside where you're just really healing from the inside out. But then it also gives you guys those daily essentials of what you really need. So if you're looking like, hey, I really want to change my game. I want to feel great. I trust my girlfriend who invited me to this call way more than I trust that influencer who's being paid by a company. You're in the right place. Now, on part of the screen, you're going to see a picture of me and my girlfriend, Jen Griswold. She was and is one of my dearest friends on earth, my best friend from high school. I picked her up every day on the way to school. She was one of my very first calls when I started my last direct selling business. We always talked about who do you really want to do life with? Who do you want to build a business with? There's nothing more fun than building something you're passionate about with someone you love and you trust. And so Jen and I saw the same vision for that company before, like this is entrepreneurship for women and teaching our daughters and our sons how they can do it too, and that there's no limit to what you can do, and you can dream big and believe in yourselves and believe in others and become the best version of yourselves. And just because that door shut with another company, that does not mean at all that we've even come close to visualizing and leaning into this incredible future and vision we have. And so we've got a lot of experience together, from her military experience, if you listen to the last call, to my financial background, to 30 plus years combined in this channel, building one of the most successful and big teams in the industry. That's a beautiful thing to say, but more than anything, we've learned what we want to do different this time around. And you guys were doing it through this Giving Wellness movement. We are fired up to help women and men live life on their own terms, feel great, thrive. And we really want you to be successful. When you join our community, we have endless assets for you to be successful, share with your friends, opportunities to learn, every reason to be proud that when you exchange time here and there in your day to build something outside of your comfort zone, it's worth your time, because our only desire is to help you be successful. We want you thriving. Like I said, most of us are moms. I just ran in from the soccer field before this call, and that's the beauty of it, right? That we get to do something special around the most special things in our life. Pip might be on a farm with 5 kids who no longer live there. I might be doing different things. And we also have 20 and 30-year-olds who are loving the wellness journey more than ever. So it doesn't really matter your age. It's more about what's in your heart, and having a community of people that are like-minded, that see something really beautiful in Shaklee, and you get to do it your own way. So we want to say thank you so much for being here. We know we went on Tish over, but it was so good to hear from Gabby and Olia and Pip and so many of your faces. I don't think you guys can see the behind the scenes, but I see everyone on the screen on my vantage point, and I see the nodding and the laughing, and I'm taking that too. So what an awesome gig we have. I'm just so grateful for everyone on here. Thank you for being with us. Please circle back to the person that invited you. We'd love to take great care of you, and we hope to see you soon. Have a great night, everybody.